So there was a scene in the movie, in All Eyes on Me, where like Tupac basically was like, "Yo, fuck this shit. Like, if you ain't gonna put me on," he was like talking to Shock G in the studio. It's like, "Yo, if you don't put me on, I'm out of here."
Right.
And Shock was like, "Okay, go on then." And then I'm just fucking with you. Come on, we're gonna do your
Right.
shit. Did something like that actually happen?
That probably happened every day. Pac wanted his own shit. He was like somebody else I know. They want to be the guy, and they don't want to wait. You know what I mean? So he was like that. You know, every day he's like, man, I'm. You know, he believed in himself from day one. He's like, I'm the truth. I need my own shit. It needs to be about me. I don't want to do this. I want to do me. Me. Not like being selfish, but he just knew that he knew he wanted to get his voice out there. So it wasn't like one time where he just got fed up and said one definitive time. He was always like, man, when am I gonna do my thing? And it just so happened that we got off, I forget which tour it was. It was a successful tour, and we had just came home, and we had met Dan Aykroyd at one of our shows, and they wanted us to do this. They wanted Shock to do a song for the soundtrack, and we were in the movie as well. And Pac was already a part of us, so
Same song.
same song. And the thing about Tupac, what people don't know is how he got to that point is that when we were on tour, like I said, he would get spot parts here and there to get on the mic, but really how he got known was after every show, he would be freestyling in the hotel. You know, at every city we'd be in the lobby, it'd be full with, 30 MCs from buttfuck whatever city or town we in, and they just, they want to prove it. And Tupac and MC Search from Third Base will be in the lobby. A cypher might start with, like you said, 20 people. By midnight or 1 a.m. or whatever time it is, at the end, Tupac Search would always be standing. I might jump in for a few bars, but
Everyone else would just
I wasn't
quit.
fucking with it like that.
Okay.
I didn't need to.
So, right, you already had records out.
Yeah, I had.
You were already on hit songs.
I was on.
Right. So, you guys put together the same song.
Mm.
And that was Tupac's first appearance on a major.
Yeah, that was
record.
how the world was introduced to Tupac.
Yeah.
Right.
He did his verse. You had a verse on there too, right?
Yeah.
And Shock G had a verse.
Right.
Right. It was
And
the
Humpty.
three. Well, Humpty, yeah.
Yeah.
That song comes out. It was a cool song, but it wasn't like a mega hit, or was it? I couldn't really
won
tell.
gold.
Oh, won gold. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, my bad. I guess I'm comparing it to like the Humpty Dance.
Well,
and
no,
stuff like
obviously,
that.
Humpty Dance was double platinum.
Yeah,
Didn't-
see, that's what I'm
didn't
talking
do
about.
nearly what that did.
Yeah.
Right.
But it went gold, so it did well. So now the world sees this, saw Tupac, but didn't really know it was Tupac yet,
Right.
right? So that comes out, and then he gets his deal with Interscope
Right.
and with 2Pacalypse now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I remember the album, I used to go down to Rasputin Records because I was going to Berkeley, UC Berkeley at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the album on there, and it was like, all right. And I started seeing some of the videos that came out. Trapped came out, and it was like, all right, this is cool.
Written by Ray Love.
Written by Ray Love, right? From Strictly Dope.
Correct.
And then when My Homies Call came out, and I'm like, okay, this is cool. Then Brenda's Got a Baby. And I'm like, yo, what is this? Like, this is some other shit.
Right.
And it was like, the structure of the song was so different. It was really just one verse and then a bunch of like singing at the end.
Right.
Were you there during the recording process of all this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So that song, he actually got the idea of that song from a article that he read in the New York Times. So, I hear some rumors about somebody claiming that they wrote it. Bullshit. I was there when he was writing it. But anyways, when we were recording, at that time, he was working on his first album, 2Pacalypse Now. Me and Fuse were working on the first Raw Fusion album. We were also working on the Sons of the P album. and there was another group, Gold Money, from our clique that had a deal. So Atron had rented that studio out 24/7 for like 2 months. So all of our sessions would just kind of, I'd have 8 hours, and then right after me would be 2Pac or Gold Money. And we kind of were just always in each other's sessions, because if mine ended, we probably drinking and kicking it. So we just kept it going when the next group came in. So we were always in each other's sessions. That particular session, I remember Ronise Levias, she's the female that sung on the song. She also sang on Kiss You Back and a couple of Raw Fusion joints, Rockin' to the PM, and things like that. And Dave Hollister, who actually sang the male part on that song, he was working with Shotmaster Jay for a group, Force One Network. They had the song on the Boys in the Hood soundtrack, Spirits.
Right.
He was in town working, and he kind of wanted to get out, so I had him with me at the studio that day. And 2Pac was the type of person where whenever he's writing or doing anything, if you're in the studio, he'd always be like, "You got something for that?" And if you had something, he'd let you go spit it. That's why you hear a lot of 2Pac songs, you just hear random people. He always just like, if you had something, he'd tell you to go do it. If he liked it, he kept it. But if he said, "You want to do a song with me," and you took too long, he would just move on. So we were in the studio, and it was really like Dave and Ronise kind of just vibing, harmonizing over it. And he liked it, and he said, "Man, y'all go do that shit in there." And the one line that I said in the song was just like, "Man, say this line." I didn't come up with it or anything. It was fresh though, but
Okay.
you know,
Was there a reason why it was only one verse?
because the story was told in
That's
one
it.
verse. Yeah, it was effective.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can tell something that doesn't have to be drawn out.
Yeah.
But fun fact, interesting fact about that video, when you see the video, Brenda's mother in that video, that's my real mother playing Brenda's
okay.
mom in there. And it was because my mom used to talk a lot of shit, cuss us out. And Pop was like, "I need somebody that can talk a lot of shit." I was like, "I know somebody." And she did it.
So, a lot of people like to romanticize Tupac's career and everything he did was multi-platinum, but in
Right.
fact, that album didn't do very well.
Yeah, it bombed. So what's funny is that if Tupac was signed today, you guys wouldn't even know him because his first album didn't do shit.
Yeah.
But back then,
and 3 singles, 3 videos,
Yeah.
like they spent a lot of money on it.
they did, but Interscope, Tom Wiley, and I think Jimmy Iovine was there at the time, they believed in him as an artist. So they were patient enough to let him develop. Now you get signed, you put out one single, it don't go, you're out.
It's over.
It's over. So luckily he came at the timing that he did, because I think it took like 15 years before that album went gold or something like that.
Yeah.
It just didn't do anything.
Right.